My life on land, it just seems a lot more dangerous than life on the boat. You'll break every bone in your body, but apparently you'll survive. Is it like one full Johnny though?
Not quite. Things have already not gone perfectly according to plan. Holy if the pump just shut off, we're There's always stuff that happens, goes wrong, breaks down, kind of like sailing. Sailing and farming are really pretty similar that way.
Welcome to Bums on a Boat, where actions speak louder than words. Our past and words like bum, loser, success, or failure do not define us. We are what we choose to do now.
Wish me luck on this adventure.
Let's go, baby!
Welcome back to Bums on a Boat. My name's Michael. This is Joel, and you're here with us in our new recording studio.
We had to leave our boat in Grenada because, for one, it's hurricane season. For two, we're visiting family and friends, which is always awesome. But for three, we're doing some work to save up to do some much-needed upgrades on our old 1974 girl.
Yeah, but more than that, we're on a mission. We're on a mission to sail our old boat across the Atlantic, through the Med, and over to Greece. This is our big bucket list adventure, the thing that we're so excited to do.
The Hail Mary.
Exactly.
Go for a long one. Well, you guys wanted to know, what is life like for you guys off the boat? Like, what are you doing? Take us along for a day in the life of, you know, what kind of work are you doing?
Yeah.
What's life like for you? So, without further ado, here you go. It's going to be interesting, and don't worry, a lot of things go wrong out here on the farm and up on the roof. Well, that's just hard work, but
some good old-fashioned manual labor. So, hope you enjoy this episode.
Keith, how would you say today went?
It couldn't have got any better.
Yeah, agreed. We were preparing for the worst, for battle. This was day 6 of a roofing gig. And now you can see we just have the ends. We got to do the gables and the ridge cap. We got a lift to finish things up, which is making it, it's making it a lot smoother to do the gables, and mainly the gables, so you're not dangling off the edge of the tin, and getting the ridge cap ready with the universal foam here that drives Keith nuts.
Yep.
He almost lost it, but he didn't. He's pretty chill. He recovered. You know, like really crazy things, you know, it doesn't really upset him, but man, when he can't get the tape off of this universal foam, watch out.
Yep. Things start flying.
He's like an angry bumblebee. Going up. My life on land, it just seems a lot more dangerous than life on the boat. I don't know about you guys, but driving on the freeway has been crazy. I was a little tired, had a long day, and I was just thinking to myself, man, this is crazy, just driving. And then being up here on the roof, compared to boat work, this is some dicey stuff. All right, right there, try that. Just a little, maybe a tiny overlap, just like that.
Yep.
Well, I think it fits good.
Good.
It's been good working with Keith because he's what we call a perfectionist. Everything has to be just perfect. So I hope this translates into some boat work when we get back to the boat. I've learned a lot from Keith, and also it's refreshing to see someone that takes so much pride in what they do.
Got your parachute with you?
I don't have a parachute. No, but I heard about a 10-point landing. If you're falling from an airplane, tell me if you guys have heard this. You just try to belly flop and land on all 10 points, feet, stomach, everything, and you'll break every bone in your body, but apparently you'll survive.
But you only get one shot at it.
You only get one shot. All right. Woo. This roof is real slippery, guys. finishing touches on the little building, which was ridge cap. We didn't have enough foam to finish it. This was actually the first building. We started by ripping everything off, and you know, we put everything on all the way up to the ridge cap, and today we finished it complete, and we're just waiting on a few pieces to finish the big building. Hopefully those come as scheduled, and that's it's right down there. Whew. Anyone out there do roofing before? If so, how do you like it? It's pretty hard work, right? Especially if it's hot out. But it's rewarding to see your finishing product though, after you've worked so hard. All right, it's taken Keith and I a little while to figure out how we're gonna go up this Quonset here. But we've tried a few things, and the whole ladder on the hay bale, the sun's going down a little bit so it's not so hot. And the problem is the tin is lifting up, so I gotta go up and hammer down the nails and then screw in all the seams and just make sure the roof just doesn't blow off. So we're just kind of doing some maintenance on this big boy. But it's a little dicey. All right, let's meet Cord. These are his buildings.
Oh.
We've been working for Cord here. You know, he actually says he watches Bums on a Boat.
I do. I like it.
He likes it. So here's Cord. You got anything to say this morning?
Nope, it's just gonna be hot today.
It's gonna be real hot. That indeed. Well, here's the whole crew. Cord, thanks for the opportunity
Yeah.
to work our butts off.
Yeah. Got one more small one to do.
Yep, we're on our way.
And it's cool today. Morning.
Yeah. Alright, what's the plan?
So we've got 2 hand lines and 2 wheel lines. It's still early. I'm waking up. Haven't got all my coffee in me. But basically, I'm gonna take the wheel lines. Joel is gonna take the hand line, and we're gonna knock it out in about half an hour if all goes well.
There's alfalfa,
So
and the
my dad
alfalfa
grows
needs to be
hay
watered.
to feed the cows because he's got 200 head of cattle. And Joel's absolutely right. The alfalfa needs to be watered.
There she blows.
We just passed the 2 wheel lines. You can see they're called wheel lines for obvious reasons. They're on wheels, and they actually have a motor that will move the entire line, and it just rolls slowly. Those babies are the hand lines. Those are gonna take a little more work because you just gotta pick them up and walk with them. Are you ready, Lola? Is this your favorite thing to do of all time?
Just about.
Do you like this better than the beach, Lola?
Ooh, that's a toss-up.
Well, I've owned that drone for 3 years, about, maybe even longer. That was the first time I've ever wrecked it. Luckily, it wasn't in the ocean. I'm usually on high alert in the ocean. I figured in the alfalfa field it'd be a little safer. Basically, I was running out of batteries, and it was saying, "Return home, you're about to die." And so I put it in sport mode, thinking, all right, well, that's gonna get it home real quick. And then I just started flooring it, and I think sport mode takes a lot more battery power because she didn't make it. She was going real fast, and all of a sudden she just went down, Black Hawk down. I almost thought I wasn't gonna find her. Luckily, the alfalfa is pretty short. The last time we were here at the farm, we took you out here. The alfalfa was like up to here. Might have been hard to find old drone skis. I don't know if the drone's gonna work anymore, but I gotta go get to work. I've been goofing off long enough. Olivia's out here grinding without me. Michael's taking care of the wheel lines on her own. I'm supposed to be helping Olivia, but I'm out here wrecking drones. All right, doesn't look like she got them all by herself. Might have one more left. Are you having fun out here? Oh yes. Just as much space as you need, huh? Just to open it up, let it go. Go on, go crazy. I don't think so. It looks like Michael just got this one to pop. We caught Michael draining the second wheel line. So before you move it, you got to drain these bad boys, because they weigh probably about as much as an elephant with water in there. So the whole routine is they got to disconnect them, drain these babies. Once they drain, then they move it into the new spot, hook it up on the main line, which we set up properly just a few days ago. So we set this all up. It's pretty cool to see how it all works.
Fun part, where you don't have to do any of the actual work.
Is it like one full Johnny though?
Oh, not quite.
What do you call this one?
I don't even have names for them. Sorry.
You didn't turn the fuel on, did you?
I didn't turn the fuel on.
Classic mistake. You're making a classic mistake, Michael. Come on, even I knew that.
There we go. So the thing with the hand lines is there's heavy lifting, and the thing with the wheel lines is there's a lot of walking. And I know how much Joel loves to get a good pump in the morning, so that's why I let him do the hand lines. And me, well, I love to walk around, so this works out perfect for the both of us.
But you and I know that I didn't do much of the hand lines because I was flying drones, wrecking drones, so Olivia was the one that got her pump on this morning. Could be wrong here, but it looks like we've sprung a leak. Is that pretty normal, or we need to get some Flexi Seal or some...
Okay, not to worry, here's the situation. The whole thing leaks until it fully gets powered up with enough pressure to where there's water all the way to the end of the line and everything's clear full of water and pressure, and then it doesn't leak anymore because there's enough pressure on the seals inside the pipes to keep it from leaking out.
Did it just pop?
It just popped, yeah.
Let's go see our leak.
That's what you want. You have about 3 turns. Yeah, I think so. Cool. That's pretty good. Joel and I got done with sprinklers around 7:30. It's now about 9:30. I went off on a solo mission today to spray some weeds. We are running out the rest of the chemical in this Ranger so that we can go spray a different kind of weeds down in the a different hay patch than the one that we were irrigating this morning. But things have already not gone perfectly according to plan. My Ranger pickup side-by-side thing just died on me. I think I can actually still run out the spray, and maybe the Ranger just needs to cool off a little bit. So I've actually got this hose strung out. There's a nozzle on the end of it, and there's a bunch of thistles over here in this pasture. So I'm gonna see if I can get those sprayed, maybe run out the spray. Hopefully the Ranger just needs to cool off a bit. So typical. I just got back. I got a call off, so mom came and picked me up. I didn't have to walk, which was great. And I ended up bringing the four-wheeler with me, that little guy right over there, because it has a tank on it that I could move the thistle spray into, and I could still drive around and spray all the thistles. And then I just started the Ranger, like tried to start the Ranger when I got back, and of course it fired right up. Okay, just kidding. I made it about 200 feet and now this thing is dying again. So I'm gonna go to the four-wheeler and we're gonna actually get this done. We did it. We ran out that entire load of spray and now the Ranger started and I am headed back to home base for a little bite to eat and to get some cool water before I find out what's next on the to-do list for this afternoon. Now, my mission for this afternoon is to make some bales. So I'm gonna grab this tractor here, which is currently hooked up to the rake, and I'm gonna go hook up to the small baler, and then I'm gonna make some grass bales. Fingers crossed that it goes well, because it doesn't always, like everything on the farm. There's always stuff that happens, goes wrong, breaks down, kind of like sailing. Sailing and farming are really pretty similar that way. Hay-making process, I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. Basically, you cut the hay, you let it dry for a couple days if it's really good drying weather, if it's super hot and windy. And then you might rake it, which means you'll essentially flip the windrow over. That's what we call the strips of cut hay. And then once it's fully dry, fully ready to go, you send it through the baler and you make bales, and then you pick those up and you stack them, and you've got food for the cows or the horses or the sheep or the goats or whatever you've got through the winter. I just about got the whole field done except for this last corner where the hay is pretty big. It's pretty thick. And so it's not fully dry, and I keep getting broken bales. So I'm gonna let it rest for a bit. I think we just need to do a little bit more drying. You can see a whole string of broken bales there behind me. The baler's running great, so I don't think it's anything wrong with the baler. I just think the conditions aren't quite ideal. But check out this end of the field. There's probably like 400 hay bales out there. It's insane. All really good grass hay. We still got sprinklers left in this evening too.
So there it is, the massive pump sucking water out of the stream there, going all the way up the hill and taking care of the alfalfa. So we're here to check the screen down there just to make sure there's no algae or grass collecting in there. What just happened? Did you shut it off or?
No. I have no idea. Holy shit, if the pump just shut off, we're
Why?
because I don't know how to get it back on. You're grabbing some stuff away from the screen?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of grass and algae around it.
Okay, well, good thing. Doesn't feel like it's sucking anymore though, does it?
No.
Oh boy, this just got a whole lot more interesting here, guys. So the only thing that I just did that's a bit new to me is I filled up this barrel up on top here that's used to prime the pump if the pump ever goes out. So I just twisted this little nozzle right here that Dad told me to twist. It's gonna let water up there. And somehow maybe that made the pump shut off. At this point we're basically screwed. And we're gonna have to go get Dad. We're gonna have to systematically shut off all the lines that we just turned on in order to get them to fire again. That's a bummer. All right.
That'll happen. What did you just do?
I just turned it back on. I saw a big green start button, so I pressed it. We might have just lucked out. Because if it isn't off for too long and the water doesn't completely drain out of the pipes up top, they might fire again. Because the pump shut off, now what we need to do is go ahead and systematically shut off both the hand lines and one of the wheel lines in order for it to fire and get enough pressure to where it can get all fired up and actually run. So now I'm gonna walk back across the field and make it happen. Wow, it's such a proud moment when you something up, but then you figure it out yourself and you don't have to call Dad to come save the day.
Well, there you go. That's life for the bums here off the boat. Crazy, right? It's still just as exciting as on the boat.
It's similar in that things go wrong all the time and there's always problems to solve. You're living at the whims of the weather. But as good as land life has been, you know, hot showers, hot baths, all the things.
3 square meals a day.
We're so excited to get back to Shakmate because this is a real turning point in our journey.
That's right. We're going to take a big left turn and we're not going to look back. And you guys are just loving it. I know you are, because we're just epic, aren't we? Living this crazy life and you get to come along for every step of the way. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to leave a comment and tell us how awesome farm life is and tell us how you should probably never go back to the boat, you know, because then we're going to come back and be like, no, you're wrong. But, you know,
all right,
give it your
stay
best
tuned,
shot.
Guys. We can't wait to make
We're
these
fired up
on Shakma Day.
We're coming hot for you,
I know
Shak.
you're excited.
We're going to give her all the love she deserves.
All right, bye.
These are the tales of BOAB.